Welcome back VeloTour fans, we are here for Milano Sanremo, also known as La Primavera, the first of the 5 monuments of cycling. There's one lone attacker, that is Zdeněk Štýbar. He's been off the front all alone for over 200 kilometers, so a pretty epic breakaway. There's a glimpse of the profile, mostly a flat race today, nearly 300 k's in length, a couple of small climbs towards the finish. They look worse in the profile than they really are, they aren't so steep. Really good chance for the sprinters such as Mario Cipollini today. The question is on that last little hill, the Poggio di Sanremo, hill we see attacks by the puncheurs, the likes of Alaphilippe, Ceramicas, and so on. The finale of this race winds along the coast of Italy on the Adriatic Sea, eventually finishing in the resort town of Sanremo. Štýbar on the verge of getting caught, and here comes an attack already. This is Edward van Dijk of the Ceramicas team. He's a teammate of Cipollini. Long range moves like this usually do not work out in Milano Sanremo. There's just not enough obstacles and too much firepower from behind, and you see it's quickly chased down by Darrigade of the Zulu Kingdom squad. Van Dijk kicks again. Darrigade catches the wheel, but Rodriguez is there to cover it again. I believe this is the first time we've seen Darrigade this season. He's not really known for his prowess on the cobbles, but he's a very strong man on the flats. So this race, well suited for him, is quite a good sprinter as well. Should be among the leaders for Bianchi today. But Zulu, they're in the orange jerseys. It's all about Djamolidine Abdoujaparov, the Tashkent Terror, the Uzbek Express. Whatever you want to call him, he's definitely one of the big favorites today. Urs Feuler, the Fiat team, another one of the big sprinters. And of course this guy, Julian Alaphilippe. His bid for victory should be attacking on the Poggio and using his elite ascending skills to maintain his gap and survive to the finish. Just under 28 k's to go, and the race hits La Cipressa, the penultimate climb. Zulu still in control, Jesper Skibby. The goal of Zulu Kingdom is just to deter all attacks as best they can. I'm sure La Vie-Claire feels the same way because they have Andre Darrigade here. Another fine sprinter who should be able to get over the Poggio. And Urs Feuler as well, another strong contender for the Fiat squad. Jan Ross is here as well for Fiat, so a couple of options for him. Things tend to get a bit chaotic towards the end of Milano Sanremo, so more options always better. Skibby turns it over to Thor Hushovd, the Norwegian sprinter. On some other teams, Hushovd might be the #1 sprinter, but Abdoujaparov is quite a bit faster, so it's all about the Uzbek man today. The race descends the Poggio, 68 riders still in this group. There are 70 total in the race, so pretty much all together. Another danger man, Rudi Altig. We haven't quite seen him get the sort of results we'd expected in the first 2 races. Perhaps that'll change here. But Altig, he's too strong to be kept down for long. I think he'll break into the top 5 in the near future in some race. Perhaps, maybe in a stage of Paris-Nice, that time trial, very well suited for him. Brief interlude before the final hill of the Poggio, less than 5 k's before you hit the bottom of that. Zulu, Kalmi, and Bianchi all have men on the front looking to do work. Is what do the likes of Philippe, Gilbert, and Alaphilippe have planned for the Poggio? Can they launch the decisive attack and build up a gap that might hold off the sprinters to the finish? But every time the race goes up the Poggio in Milano Sanremo, things play out a little differently. It's the hardest race to predict a clear winner, likely of all the classics, but they've hit the bottom and Zulu Kingdom in control. Abdoujaparov fourth in line for him. They will try and maintain this formation all the way to the finish and lead Abdou out for the sprint. I believe that is Mario Cipollini who is on his wheel, the white jersey of Ceramicas. Fifth rider now comes forward for Zulu. They have nullified any possibility of an attack on the Poggio. No one's even bothered to launch a move. I think we're going to get a bunch sprint finish in Milano Sanremo. It does happen. This is a very technical descent of the Poggio, but crashes are off. No need to worry about that. Fiat bringing him in forward, presumably for Ursfreuler. Zulus still have plenty of numbers right at the front. Now here comes the final lead out. 2.5Ks to go. You can see the Flamme Rouge. Zulu have the train. Abdou starts to wind it up with Cipollini on his wheel. I believe that is Learco Guerra also right there. But it's Abdou and Cipollini. I think Cipollini's going to edge him out just by a hair, and Mario Cipollini will take the victory in Milano Sanremo. Ursfreuler gets second. Darrigade third. Djamolidine Abdoujaparov faded just a bit. He will get fourth. Jan Ross fifth, and Guerra winds up in sixth. So that was an explosive last kilometer. The big sprinters had their time to shine, and it was Mario Cipollini, the fastest man in the world. He answered his doubters by dragging his big body over the Poggio, getting in position, and using the lead-out train of a rival team for victory. There's Stibar, the hero of the day. Now let's check out the results. Mario Cipollini winning the bunch sprint, followed by Ursfreuler of Fiat, Darrigade of Launchpad, Djamolidine Abdoujaparov for Zulu Kingdom. They did all of the work, so they were hoping for a bit better than 4th place, but still a good chunk of points. Jan Ross, the second Fiat rider in the top 5. Learco Guerra 6th, Gianluca Bortolami 7th, another good day out for Bianchi. Should be able to maintain 1st or 2nd place in the rankings after this. The leftovers get their first top 10 with Davis Finney, Tyler Farrar 9th for Fiat, and Julian Alaphilippe, respectable 10th place. Don Guillaume Peruena, De Wilde, Federico Altig, and Van Dijk will round out the top 16. So as a sprinter's delight today in Milano Sanremo, the next race will be Paris-Nice, the first of our 4 stage races. Should be plenty of opportunities for sprinters there as well in the opening stages. We will see you then.